Hi everybody, it's Tamara. I figured I should probably do a video for our big astrological event on the 20th of April. Um, it's actually the biggest one of the year. Jupiter and Uranus are conjuncting in Taurus. And the last time this was happened was like 1941. And this is the beginning of a new 14-year cycle. Okay. So some of this stuff that um, the cycle of the next 14 years, it's almost like it's going to start off with a bit of a bang on the 20th, perhaps. Okay. Um, Now it's I'm being told like, it's bigger than even the eclipses we just had, which a lot of us felt in a huge way. But it's a progression of that. And your peeps, my peeps, would like to remind you, you came here for this, okay? All of us that are on earth at this time, we chose this. We came here for this. And, um, change, it's like whatever changes come, do not necessarily judge them as good or as bad, right? There's going to be big ones, and some of them are going to be unexpected for you. Um, However, the difference between say good and bad, positive and negative, often is just time, right? You think something bad happened, but you look back at it 5 years later and it was perfect. It was perfect timing, right? So I want you to remember that as we go through the next while, because some of the energies that I know I've been feeling them for a few days already, and so many of you probably have. But it's like some of this, like I say, it's going to be progression, and a lot of this energy is going to stick around till the middle of May. Okay, so just be aware of that. Now, I did take some notes for my peeps and stuff like that, just so I don't get off on a tangent like I can. Um, anyway, so uh, with the huge and sudden changes, okay, I did mention in a video a couple months ago or something about shifts in the earth herself. Okay, so volcanoes or earthquakes or things like that. We've seen a couple, but it feels like there's going to be more of those. Okay, so um, basically listen to your intuition, and if you're told to get away from a space, just go, right? um, we're always where we're meant to be, right? So I there's no sense in kind of panicking about natural disasters or whatever, right? There may or may not be some, depending on our timelines, which is another subject that my peeps mentioned for this one. Okay. Um, but wars, right? Nobody wants to declare World War III. Okay, I don't care what conspiracy theorists tell you or whatever. Like the countries, the leaders, the powers that be do not want to declare World War III. Um, if they did, they would have already, because there's that much warring going on our planet. Um, I would watch for natural resource type stuff going on. Gas, maybe gas or food being scarce a little bit. No need to panic for this either. Just be aware and watch for stuff, and take care of you. Make sure you've got what you need. Um, the and this is over like the next weeks, right? This doesn't necessarily mean it's on April 20th, right? Although it could be, right? So collectively, like worldwide, that's kind of the stuff I'm getting. There could be, it's funny because my peeps talk about, say, disclosure or aliens and things like that. But depending on whether you follow just mainstream media or other look, like look for other sources, um, there's lots of disclosure out there. I know, say, on my local news, they'll have 30 seconds of it, right? And it's like, because it's almost like, well, we'll tell you this, but we're not going to make a big deal out of it. We'll put it 30 seconds at the very end of the newscast, and those people who are interested will see it, and those that are not won't, right? So, but that's a theme over the next years as well, right? Another theme that it, like on a personal level, it says it's going to be a time of more empowerment and more awareness and uprising of these personal awakenings. Okay. um, like the on the 3D level, the changes that you may see in your life, I mean, that part will be personal. It could be your personal life, your professional life, your family life, your work life, your money life, home, whatever, right? But more collectively, we're going to see this uprising of awakening. So I know a lot of you are having tons of synchronicities. Pay attention to those, okay? Um, Watch for them, celebrate them, because then you will get more, right? Angel numbers, triple fours, triple threes, things like that. Pay really close attention. That's a piece of your awakening. Okay, it's not a coincidence. The more things you see and pay attention to, the more things you will see. Okay, um, so the separation between like dimensions and timelines is going to get bigger. Okay, like, there's the phrase from, I think it's in the Bible actually, but it's those who have will have more, those who have not will have less, or whatever. Um, but like, don't let that freak you out if you don't feel like you have like enough at the moment, because what that means is, it's like, if you think about gratitude, right? Those who have gratitude will have more things to be grateful for, right? Those who have appreciation will have more things to appreciate. So I want you to look at it that way, okay? We're not just talking about um, rich get richer, poor get poorer. It's not that kind of a thing that's going on. It's an energy, okay? So write your gratitude lists. Like, say, pay attention to the synchronicities. Those who have synchronicities will have more, okay? And this is what we want to go for, right? So pay attention to things like that. Um, Also, my peep said it's a really good time to evaluate what's really important in your life. And there could be some shocks, internal or external, or just big things happen that help you with this evaluation, right? Like, I know in 2020, we had a similar energy where stuff just kind of went sideways and everybody was reevaluating. Well, we're reevaluating again, or still, or however you want to put it, okay? Um, but it's a good time to look at what is sustainable in your life. Um, uh, okay, so yeah, what's sustainable? What do you want to see more of? What do you need to let go of? Right? Like, these energies are going to help you with that. Okay. Um, you may find over the next little bit that all of a sudden something comes really obvious, and it's like, I don't want to do that anymore. I'm going to go this other direction. Okay. Um, and it's not necessarily a new thing. It could be something that you've been thinking about for quite some time. Okay. And it will just get pushed forward. Um, Now, um, kind of the last thing my peeps wanted me to share with you is, like, how do you handle these energies, right? Like, they're going to be so, some of them, for some of you, are going to be so big and unexpected. Like, um, for those of you that know tarot, it could be like a tower moment, right? And for the record, tower moments are not always bad, like we talked about good versus bad before. They're sudden, big changes, right? Anyway, so um, first step would be to connect to your source, your higher self, whether you do meditations, whether you go out for walks in nature, whether you sit and hug your pets, whatever it is, but connect to your source, your intuition, right? And that's why like paying attention to the synchronicities will help, right? Um, your intuition will help you know where to be, right? We mentioned that earlier too. Um, Now, they say to stay grounded, okay, and be flexible, right? So if you get too rigid and it's like, I will not change this, I will not do that, it's more like if a shift is meant to happen, if a timeline is meant to change for you, if your high self really wants that and you're being too inflexible or too rigid, that's when things get kind of ripped away, right? And it can be shocking to your system. So if you could be flexible and go with the flow and not judge things as good, bad, this, that, whatever, just like this just is, and this is happening, and I'm going to go with the flow, then you'll have a much better time of it, right? Um, Now, uh, staying grounded is going to be important as well, right? That will help you to be able to go with the flow and not kind of spin out and out of control with drama or whatever's going on in the world, right? You stay grounded in your own energy and you do what you need to do for you, okay? Um, so, to stay grounded, you could go for walks, you could make go near water, be in water, drink lots of water, look at your foods, look at your habits, look at the people that you're surrounding yourself with, right? All of these things can impact our grounding. Once again, meditation, root chakra work, anything to kind of help you just stay here so that you can um, manage. Now, so far, like this video, it's like it's these are good things. I just want to tell you that. Like the way some of it was presented, just some, might seem like it's like this awful thing, and it's not. It's not. It's a progression, right? These things need to happen. You want to be on your perfect timeline and you want to move forward, right? There's very few of you watching this that want your life to stay exactly identical as it is now, right? And this energy is going to assist with that. But don't be judging stuff and go with the flow, allow it. Allow for change to happen and see how it pans out because it will eventually work in your favor in a really, really big way. Um, I'm actually excited for these energies, even if it's one of those, geez, I hope nothing too hits me sideways, right? But lot of positive energy. Like a lot of stuff can come at you that is so positive, like, I don't know, winning a lottery or something like that. New old job goes and you wind up with your perfect job that you've always wanted, right? So this energy can be pretty positive. Anyway, I really hope this helps. And till next time. If you'd like it, can you just click the little like button? And if you like the way I deliver the message, can you hit the subscribe button? And I would love to hear in the comments over the next week or so what you're noticing and whether it's changes big or small, before, during, or after what's going on here. Anyway, till next time, much love.